This movie is fantastic. I know, fitting, as it is a Fantastic Four movie, but in my opinion, everything about it is absolutely brilliant. The acting, fantastic. The visual effects, fantastic. The story, fantastic. The only thing that would have made this better, in my opinion, if I got to see more of Galactus. But that's because I love Galactus. Genuinely, this movie is amazing. If you are a fan of the Fantastic Four, you are going to very, very much love this movie, and I think they did a lot of good with it. One thing I really like that they did, at least personally, is the way they handled the family. Obviously, this is a very 60s version of the cast, so you can't make them too modern day, and I think they do a very good job of that, making Reed feel like he is straight out of the era, along with Sue and Ben. But my favorite character that they did something with is Johnny. They took Johnny, who in a lot of the movies has typically been portrayed as very much the womanizing, immature hothead, and they took him and made him still kind of immature, especially compared to the rest, obviously with him being the youngest and his portrayal as the immature one, made him very impulsive. He would kind of just do things and wanted things to be a certain way, but they also, and this is the most important part, made Johnny smart. A personal pet peeve of mine is in Fantastic Four adaptations when they make Johnny the dumb one. And I'm not saying he has to be on par with Reed, but Johnny was an astronaut. That is one of the main things about it, is that the four of them were astronauts. Johnny has to have the intelligence to be able to do that. And so making Johnny be a little more on like the impulsive end rather than almost annoyingly dumb, like doesn't know what's going on all the time, I personally like that. Can you tell that the Human Torch is my favorite member of the Fantastic Four? The plot of this movie obviously involves Galactus, and they chose to go a different route with Galactus this time. They actually gave us Galactus, and he looks fantastic. If you didn't know Franklin's in this movie, I was denying it up until about a week before the movie came out, because I really didn't want Franklin in this movie. But he's in it, and he's fine. It's Franklin, and he's God Baby, and it's actually kind of cool. But Galactus wants Franklin, and that's kind of the entire plot and concept of this film, and it was actually very interesting and honestly well executed. If you are a fan of the Fantastic Four, you are probably going to like this movie very much. I honestly don't feel like I have a ton to say that other people who are more well-versed, if that makes sense, in the comic book space haven't already said if they are talking about this movie. I very, very much enjoyed it, and I absolutely adored this film, and I think that if you are a fan of the Fantastic Four, you will as well. The setting for this movie, as we all know, it is an alternate Earth to the main MCU timeline, and I think that was a great idea, especially because it lets this movie exist in its own space that doesn't require you to have prior knowledge of the MCU. This is honestly a very good jumping on point, in my opinion, for newcomers post Endgame. If only it wasn't being released 2 movies before the big team-up event. Genuinely, if you are a fan of the Fantastic Four, you will adore this movie. It is so good, the characters are great, the acting is phenomenal, and it's just a super, super fun take on the characters and their adventure. For me, this movie rolls a 16. I absolutely adored this film. It is super fun, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is a fan of the MCU or just the Fantastic Four in general. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't have a ton to say about it. I just kind of wanted to ramble and talk about certain things I liked about this movie. If you want to follow me anywhere, links in the thing, you know what to do. Hope you had a good day. Hope you enjoyed video. See you in next. Goodbye.